So I think I found my favorites. This one right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a very pretty name. Its name is 20-SH-05-1.
I think that's Elon Musk's kid's name.
Hello, I'm Tracey.
And I'm Travis.
We're two Americans who just moved with our miniature husky, Tabasco, from our home in Texas to the city of Leiden, the Netherlands. We're not quite sure what the future holds for us, but we're excited to share our journey with you. Well, this is the cruelest April Fool's joke ever.
Yeah. So today we're headed off to Keukenhof.
We picked a great day to go.
And we thought it'd be, it's a nice spring day. Turns out it snowed.
Because last week, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was almost 20.
Yeah.
But now, and I want to show you what this looks like, it is completely frozen over.
So this should be interesting.
This is actually kind of what I expect the Netherlands to be like, a little bit more. So let's go to Keukenhof. This is definitely not at all what I expected.
We picked a great day to come.
It really mutes down the beautiful color of everything when it's all covered in snow.
It is weirdly pretty though. Like behind us is pretty gorgeous with the snow on the trees and stuff. But yeah.
If you have the chance to come to Keukenhof the day that it snowed, I would maybe reschedule.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back when it's sunnier, but we're gonna take it in for what it is right now. There's some indoor activities, so we may do that.
Yeah. All right, let's go check it out.
Okay. The minute you walk into one of the pavilions here, the scent is just like a field of flowers. It's beautiful, and it just kind of overwhelms you in a really great way. It looks like there's a ton of displays, so we're gonna take a walk around. We'll take you with us, and yeah, show you what there is here.
So what is Keukenhof?
So from what I was reading, it's been around since the 15th century, but it hasn't been positioned like this, open to the public, like 1950. So, I mean, it's been around a good amount of time.
There's lots and lots of people here, even though it's snowy. We saw about 4 different tour buses and tour groups come up. So if you're going to come here, and it is a nice day, I bet this place gets really, really busy.
So maybe this is a blessing in disguise that it's a little bit quieter.
Yeah. is very, very cold outside.
So we sought some refuge in the Willem Alexander Pavilion.
Which is named after the king.
Yes.
And it's really, really pretty in here.
There are oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles of tulips.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of what you'd expect.
Absolutely. This is what I came here for.
But they're beautiful. They're all labeled. There's some really, really pretty ones. Some I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to be able to pop inside, get a little respite from the cold. And then everywhere, every single building I swear has a cafe in it.
Yeah, and shops, like little gift shops. And saw Keukenhof.
Yeah. So we're going to check this out, walk around here. But this is really, really beautiful. And this indoor space makes up really nice for not being able to see them as much outdoors, because we really get to see the color and everything from them here. The sun's starting to come out though, so I'm hoping maybe it'll perk up a little bit of the flowers.
Yeah, although it's a little dangerous to walk outside right now because everything is melting off the trees and just like pelting you as you walk by.
I got hit by some snow.
What's your favorite tulip you've seen in here?
So my favorite, actually, these are here. They're the Tulipa Gavota. And the reason I really like these is they have a huge amount of contrast. So you get the really, really dark purple. And then offset of that dark purple is the really, really pale yellow that goes along with it. So you end up creating this really nice contrast. I think it's just really pretty. That pretty much takes us through the entire tulip gallery, orchard? Pavilion, that's the word.
Pavilion.
And this is all really, really pretty and beautiful. The thing that really surprised me is just how much variety there is here. Like when I think of tulips, I think of 4 or 5 of the same basic tulip shape and tulip look, but there's some here that have these like rough edges on them and some that just don't look like tulips at all.
Tall, short, giant, like flowered head, really, really tight. It just definitely not the tulips that I remember seeing in my mom's garden growing up.
Yeah, there's some really, really cool ones here, and it just is really neat. We saw one that was named Indiana, one that was Via Con Dios. All over the place it looks like these are from, and they just all look beautiful.
We're going to go back out and brave the cold some more, and looks like some things are melting a little more, so maybe we'll be able to catch more of the foliage outside.
Less just white.
Yes.
We're now in Beatrix Pavilion.
And this pavilion looks to be anthurium and orchids, primarily in every color of the rainbow.
It's really, really pretty. Beatrix is, of course, is the queen. So it's really nice to have this. I wonder if that has any representation of the orchids being here.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you know the answer to that. This one's really cool. There's a second floor that you can kind of go up to and see
everything down here below us.
So that's pretty neat.
Yeah. This place is gigantic.
Yeah, 79 acres and approximately 7 million flowers planted annually.
Wow. And it's so big that it has this giant map here, but that's not really useful when we're walking around. So we have a little pocket map that they gave us. And this thing folds out.
Yeah, it's come in a lot of handy for us. On the cool thing about it.
So on the back of it, they say that 20% of the actual map itself is made from recycled tulips.
So that's pretty neat too.
So we get to bring some tulips back home with us, kinda. Is it really one of our videos if we haven't eaten as part of the meal? Part of the day.
And I spotted these as soon as we came in.
So these are Dutch pancakes that are called
poffertjes?
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 Yeah.
Just correct our pronunciation in the comments. That's fine.
You want to try one? We got ours with caramel sauce on top.
Yeah, so not traditionally Dutch. He was saying that the traditional Dutch way is powdered sugar and butter. We ended up getting a little bit of caramel sauce.
Because why not?
Because why not?
Feed me one. They're super light and airy. There's a lot of flavor in there. It's really got this crispness to the edge of it.
And the way they make them is really cool. The molds.
To have these molds, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Japanese, the octopus balls, the way that they put them in and then flip them.
Yeah. But these are delicious. Very different than American pancakes.
Really good.
But nice and warm and comforting. And I didn't have breakfast, so.
Yeah. There's another hedge maze, and you know we can't let that go away without doing it. Left or right?
You're the expert. You got us lost at
left. We made it.
Yay!
And I think that takes us through everything.
Yes, we've reached the end of our time at Keukenhof. All things considered, in the snow and such, it was a pretty nice time.
Well, it probably would have been prettier had it not been snowy.
Maybe a little later in the season.
And Keukenhof's open through the 15th of May. Yeah.
Yes. We neglected to mention in the beginning too, we purchased our tickets online ahead of time, and we were able to purchase a pass along with a bus from Leiden Central that took us right here. It's about a 25-minute bus ride, and it's all rolled into one price. It gives you access to everything here all day.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. And I would say as far as coming when it's not snowy, this is probably a 3 to 4 hour trip. So definitely not a whole day. It's super touristy.
It's very touristy.
But just because it's a tourist trap doesn't mean it's not necessarily pretty.
Yes.
There's lots and lots of souvenir stands everywhere, lots of people trying to sell things, and everybody here speaks English just like the rest of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And it's actually really pretty. The different pavilions, I would say the Orange Nassau is really, really nice for art installation. The same for the Beatrix. The William Alexander is much more of a...
Like festival celebrating the tulip.
It is like a greenhouse style.
Very much so.
Tons and tons and tons of places to eat. I think every pavilion had a place to eat.
Or a cafe of some type where you can get a coffee, you know, so you won't go hungry.
All said and done, beautiful place. Really, really liked it. Really enjoyed it. Would come back when it's not so snowy.
But I would bring people here, I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's all for this week. Please comment, like, subscribe, all those things. If you have any other cool places like this to come check out, let us know.
We have checked off one of the items on our 10 things we want to do this year.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right.
So,
So many more.
mark that off. We'll see you next time.
Bye.